Hello everyone, and welcome to Retro Brick Reviews, where today I'll be counting down my top 20 most wanted LEGO sets for summer 2023. This list will include sets from both the June and August release seasons, so while some of the sets on this list have already released, since I don't have any of them, I think it's still fair game to talk about. But before we begin, I'd just like to please ask that you, either now or at the end of this video, you click the link in the description to go check out my LEGO Ideas project, the Blue's Clues Storybook House. The set is based on the classic 1996 Nick Jr. children's television series, and it's currently at around 800 supporters, so I'd really appreciate it if you click the link in the description below to see more pictures, register your support for the project, and share it on social media so more people see it. Thank you, and on with the video. Starting at number 20 is the Tenoo Jedi Temple. This is a 4+ set from the Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures TV show, and it's actually the first ever LEGO Jedi Temple. Now, it is a 4+ set, but even still, I think it looks quite nice, with an above-average build for a 4+ set and some really nice printed pieces. That said, the definite highlight here is the minifigures. Both Padawans get fantastic new hair pieces, but the hot star of the show for me has to be the new head for Yoda. He's so goofy. He reminds me of the stupid-looking Yoda puppet they used in Phantom Menace. I love it. That said, there is one big problem with the set that holds it back from being any higher on the list, and this is going to become a theme in this video: the price. This set is $40 for less than 150 pieces, and even by 4+ standards, that is abysmal. So, while I do really like this set, and I love the minifigures, I'm definitely going to wait to get it until I see it on sale. Number 19 is the Pancake Shop, an $11 set from LEGO Friends, and one thing in LEGO that I really love, and I'm really glad to see back this year after basically vanishing for the last few, is small $10 to $13 location-based playsets. And this one is absolutely adorable. The build of the Pancake Shop is so nice and so colorful. You get some great printed pieces, a cute bunny. The mini dolls are both nice by mini doll standards. I particularly love the hairpiece for Paisley. Yeah, good stuff. Really nice set, though there is another set of a similar size and similar theme that is higher on the list. Number 18 is the first LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog set to appear on this list, and while it's not a bad set, Amy's Animal Rescue Island is definitely underwhelming. Neither of the minifigures are exclusive, and the build isn't really based on or inspired by anything in the Sonic games. It's basically an original creation by LEGO, and it doesn't help that the set just feels really small for $50. That said, there are definite highlights here. The crab meat is probably the best Badnik build in any of these sets. Either him or the Neutron that we'll see later on the list. The exclusive Pink Flicky and Picky the Pig animal buddies are really great inclusions, and there are some nice parts of the build, like the little sandcastle, the juice bar, and the play feature where if you smack Amy's hammer down at the waterfall, it'll reveal a Chaos Emerald. There's a lot of nice stuff here, but again, for $50, it feels like there isn't a whole lot, and I feel like you get more from even the cheaper LEGO Sonic sets, have more to offer than this one, at least in my opinion. Again, not a bad set, but it's definitely my least favorite of this theme so far, and the only one from this theme that I probably won't get on release day. Number 17 is Batman 1992, a polybag, and the only polybag on this list. And the main reason I want this is the reason everyone wants this: the Batman Returns minifigure. This minifigure only is included in this polybag and the $400 Batcave Shadow Box. which is a terrible set that nobody should buy. And, I mean, it's an incredible minifigure, easily the best minifigure in that set, which makes it even more weird that they're releasing it in a poly bag, but I'm not complaining. It has a reprinted version of the Batman 89 Cape Cowl combo piece, which looks fantastic. The torso is great, but my favorite part honestly might be the new Michael Keaton Batman face print, which looks fantastic. It's one of the best likenesses LEGO has done in recent years, and for some reason, even though there are other Batman 89 sets coming this summer that you'll see later on the list, it's not included in those, meaning this is the only way outside of the shadow box to get the Michael Keaton head. So yeah, I mean, again, this is a set that, like, the build's nice, but I'm really just here for that minifigure, and it is one of the best minifigures of 2023, in my opinion. Number 16 is the only LEGO Harry Potter set on the list, Dobby the House-Elf. And I could try to come up with reasons I like the build, or the prints, or just the idea of the set, but I gotta be honest. I'm just here for UCS Dobby's sock. That's all I have to say on that. Moving on. Number 15 is Mrs. Castillo's Turtle Van from the new LEGO Dreams theme, and it is my favorite set from the first wave of that theme. I think the build is super fun. A giant turtle that's using a van as its shell. That's just such a fun build, and I love all the color choices. You get some amazing figures, including two of the main characters, Mrs. Castillo, who has that really interesting body piece, a couple of the new sort of smaller scale figures that still use a minifig scale head, but then just that one-piece body, and even Cat Cactus, which is absolutely adorable. And the set also has a second mode where you can turn it into a flying turtle van. I have yet to see the Dreams show, but I think this is a really fun and wacky set. It's a fairly alright value for the price, and I definitely do plan on getting it, even if maybe it's not exactly the turtle van I was hoping to get from LEGO this year. Next is the Batmobile Batman vs. the Joker Chase, one of the aforementioned Batman 1989 sets coming this summer, and the Batmobile build looks absolutely incredible. I love this. Like, it's so sleek, it's so accurate, all of the angles and proportions look basically perfect. There are great play features, like the flame at the back spins when you roll the car, there's a gear on the side to pop up the machine guns, it's great. There are just two things holding it back. Firstly, the minifigure selection is pretty lame. Nearly this exact same pair of Batman and the Joker come in another set you will see later on this list, the only difference being Joker has an exclusive hairpiece here, but beyond that, beyond just them not being unique, I don't really like either of these figures. Aside from the hairpiece, that Joker really doesn't resemble Jack Nicholson at all, and it's a huge step down from the previous Nicholson Joker figures. And the Batman introduces the new cowl piece, which, while it's a nice idea, I like the idea of the double molded eyes, it looks awful for the Michael Keaton Batman. It doesn't work at all, and if they couldn't use the cape cowl piece because he needs to fit in the vehicle, and they didn't want to make a piece that's just the Keaton cowl without the cape, I honestly think the best course of action would have been to just continue using the 2012 cowl piece, because while that cowl is very tired and overused, it would be more accurate than what we see here. The other issue with the set is the price. This is $48, which is absolutely insane for what you get here. The previous LEGO Batmobiles have been $30, so charging $48 for something that's essentially the same size, but with worse minifigures, is actually kind of disgraceful. This is one of the worst priced sets of the year, in my opinion, and while I do really love the build, I just do not plan on getting this unless I see it for at least 20% off. Number 13 is the set I was talking about earlier that is the other $11 baking-themed playset coming from LEGO, this being the Bakey with Cakey Fun set from Gabby's Dollhouse. What is Gabby's Dollhouse? I have no idea, but it comes with a cute mini doll with a great new hairpiece, that Dot's cupcake piece in a cheap set, and this adorable little cat cupcake ice cream thing guy. I don't really know, but this set is just, it's so weird. I love it, and I definitely plan on getting it, and for $11, it's just a great way to get at least one set from this new licensed theme that LEGO's doing. Yeah, just nice, cute little thing. And some great new printed parts. Number 12 is a set that I have been waiting for ever since I got into LEGO, and some LEGO Star Wars fans have been waiting for nearly a quarter of a century, the Yavin 4 Rebel Base. And this might be a bit of a controversial opinion, but I think LEGO did an amazing job with this set. I think the front facade exterior looks absolutely fantastic. In particular, the upper portion looks incredible. The midi-scale Y-wing is such a fantastic build. It looks so good, especially considering how small it is. My only issue with the appearance of the set, really, is the tree, which I will agree it does look fairly 4+, but I'm willing to excuse it somewhat because they needed it to be hollow so that you could have the radar tower able to spin and raise and lower, so I get it, but I do wish they could have done something a little better there. The set also has a really nice interior, but undoubtedly the highlight here is that minifigure selection. The set comes with a nearly unprecedented for LEGO Star Wars 12 minifigures, and a lot of them are either new or really great reprints. We get new Celebration versions of Luke and Han, with the medals being separate pieces this time. We get Celebration Leia, our first figure of Red Leader, who has a fantastic new X-Wing pilot faceprint that works perfectly for the character. We get an updated version of R2 BHD from the UCS Y-Wing. We get the special figures of C-3PO with arm printing and R2 with back printing from the Trash Compactor set. Incredible minifigures, incredible build. Just looking at everything we get here, this really should be almost at the top of the list, but there is one massive issue that holds it back so much. The price. You may remember that a couple minutes ago I said that 1989 Batmobile is one of the most overpriced sets of 2023. Well, this is the number one most overpriced set of the year, because this is 1,066 pieces for $170. That is ludicrous. That is beyond the pale. That is unacceptable. So, while I really love the set, and everything included, I just am not going to pay that price. Both for the sake of my wallet, but even beyond that, I cannot in good faith do that, because if this set sells well at this price, it'll send a message to LEGO that they can continue to price sets like this, and that they can continue to even raise prices bit by bit, because people will still buy them. That's how we've gotten this situation. It's how we've gotten to the situation where now a battle pack is $20, and they were nearly going to go up to $27 before they decided to go back on that at the last minute. LEGO prices are absolutely insane now, and as much as they can claim that it's because of inflation or what have you, the truth of the matter is that LEGO charges what they think people will pay. And there needs to be a point where we're no longer willing to pay it, and at least for me, this is it. So I definitely do want to get the set at some point, but I'm not going to get this set unless I see it for at least 25% off, and that's just the long and short of it, unfortunately. Amazing set, unacceptable price. Rant over, moving on. Number 11 is the Dilophosaurus Ambush, a set from Jurassic Park, And we move from one of the worst priced LEGO sets of 2023 to one of the best priced sets of 2023, because for only $20, you get a great exclusive Dennis Nedry minifigure, this really nice and dense and sizable Jeep build, a molded Dilophosaur with new printing, and even a side build of the East Dock sign, which also has, it's not visible in this picture, but also included is a can of Barbasol, which is licensed with 2 new printed pieces used for that. So, incredible value for what you have going on here. Like, even if we weren't in an age where nearly every LEGO set is comically overpriced, this is just a really good deal by any standards. You get a lot here for the price, and in my opinion, this is far and away the best set from the new LEGO Jurassic Park wave. And I definitely plan on picking this one up. Moving into the top 10, we have the upscaled LEGO minifigure, a really fantastically done display piece that also has a lot of playability going on. With the full posability of a minifigure, it can separate into all the individual pieces, and there's even underneath the cap, there's even a little cockpit to have the small minifigure included, piloting this guy as a mech. That's really fun. I love the set. I think at $50, it's an amazing price, both in terms of the amount of parts you get and the size, because this absolutely towers over any other $50 LEGO set. Like, it's fantastic, and I hope this sells super well, because I want to see a whole series of these. I want LEGO to do more. I would love to get a classic spaceman. I'd love to get one of the Ninja from Ninjago. Maybe even some more licensed ones. Like, I think that maybe a 2-pack of Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader would be absolutely incredible. There's so much potential with this style of figure, and I'm so glad that LEGO brought it back and didn't just leave it off after the failure of that Harry Potter and Hermione Granger set from a couple years ago. It is a wonderful set. Number 9 is the Ninjago City Markets, easily the best of the Ninjago City collection in my opinion, but it still has some of the issues that plague that entire line for me. For starters, I still really don't like the idea of just the literal stacked city. Like, I feel like just how it literally is just, you have a city, and then you have another city on top of it, and I hate that look. I don't like it. This does it way better than any of the other sets, in my opinion, but it still just looks icky to me, and I really wish they would do something closer to, like, the Monkey Kid City of Lanterns set, where that set has multiple levels, but it works because they stagger them, so it has a forced perspective look to it, rather than just having 2 cities on top of each other. That is my overall issue with this line of sets, but beyond that, this is absolutely fantastic. Again, I think it does the stacked city by far the best of any of them. I think that the cable car helps a lot with that. And you have some amazing buildings and interiors here. Like, Laffy's karaoke bar is huge and so well done. The Borg store is fantastic. The flushable toilet is gross, but such a fun feature to have, and undoubtedly the best part of this set, though, at least in my opinion, and I'm sure for many other Ninjago fans, is the minifigures, because while the minifigure selection has been definitely a sore spot with all of the other city sets, here, LEGO included so many minifigures of desired variants and characters from the show that we've never gotten in physical form before. We have Detective Zane, Bartender Dareth, we have Gail Gossip, Vinnie Folson, Cyrus Borg, Camille, and even more. The minifigure selection here is great, all of the builds are great. I just don't like the stacked city aesthetic, but even with that, I probably will pick this setup at some point. The fact that it's one of the best values of the year, with over 6,000 pieces for $370, definitely helps as well. Okay, we're at number 8, and now it's time for the Sonic Sweep, because there are 8 sets left on this list, and half of them are from the LEGO Sonic theme. Starting off, we have Sonic vs. Dr. Eggman's Death Egg Robot, the only set that was not revealed with the initial reveal back in April, and we only finally got official pictures of very recently. And for starters, I'd just like to say that if you saw my previous video on this set based on the leaked pictures, I was right. Because as you can see, if you look at the bottom of the image, the jetpack of the mech detaches, and how that works is if you have Sonic launch into the belly of the mech, that'll push a button that breaks off the jetpack, which is such a great feature, and yeah, it really does improve my thoughts on the set as a whole, not just for the feature in itself, but also because inside of there are 2 more animal buddies. Because one of my big issues with the set was that there really wasn't anything exclusive going on, but we get an exclusive animal. We get Taki the Turtle, who looks great, as well as another copy of Pocky the Rabbit, which does come in a couple other sets, but it's a really nice character to get, alongside the reprint of Flicky. Also, the Dr. Eggman minifigure, I continue to think, is the best LEGO minifigure of the year, hands down. My only real issue with this set is the canopy, which has gone from bad to worse, because while in the leaked pictures I thought it was just plain silver, which would be inaccurate enough, in all actuality we can now see that it is transparent black, which is completely inaccurate, and I'm really worried it'll look really bad, because in every single one of the official pictures they have the canopy open. There are 0 pictures of how this looks with the dome down. So I don't like that. I'm really worried for how it's going to look when all is said and done, but aside from that, it's a set with some great characters and some great playability, and I'm just really happy to finally have this mech in LEGO form. Number 7 is the Batwing Batman vs. the Joker, and in my opinion, this is the best LEGO DC set to release since the LEGO Batman movie 6 years ago. That's how good this is, because the minifigure selection is not great, but everything else is incredible. The build is on par, if not superior to the Batmobile, in my opinion, and the shaping is great. This is a lot larger than that, in terms of the, how it's laid out, because it's a plane rather than a car. But also, this set is a much better value, because while this does have less pieces than that set, it is much larger, so the $38 price tag actually feels pretty fair, in my opinion. But my favorite part of the set is that, much like the larger 1989 Batwing from a few years ago, this can be hung on the wall as just a Batman symbol wall decoration. And I love that feature. I'm so glad they brought that over from the larger set, and just looking at it top down, this looks incredible. The shaping is all essentially perfect. Again, this is just a fantastic LEGO set. I'm so excited to get it and hang it on my wall, and I really beseech everyone, if you're a fan of Batman, you really should get this set, because it's so rare to get DC sets in general now, but especially DC sets with this level of quality and care to them. This is just wonderful. That said, while it is the best DC set of the year, it's maybe not the best superhero set overall, in my opinion, because it's beaten out ever so slightly by the Spider-Man Final Battle. This is a new style of diorama that LEGO's trying out for this summer wave with LEGO Marvel, where it's essentially a 360-degree display rather than being a rectangular base that you're really just supposed to look at head-on. And I think the build of the set, while fairly small for $110, looks really nice. The Statue of Liberty head looks great. I love all the scaffolding. But undoubtedly, the best part of this set, and the reason I and basically everyone else wants it, is that minifigure selection. Because this is the No Way Home set, so we get the integrated suit, which is a reprint, but it looks really good. We get Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, both of whom are absolutely incredible-looking minifigures. That Tobey figure is another one of the best figures of the year, in my opinion. It's perfect. It's what I've always wanted from an updated Tobey Spider-Man figure. We get a new Willem Dafoe Green Goblin with an amazing face print, a new Alfred Molina Doc Ock, Jamie Foxx Electro, as well as figures of Doctor Strange, MJ, and Ned, none of whom are that exciting, but still good to get here. Yeah, like, again, it's a little small for the price, but I think for the detail, the display value, and all of those minifigures, it definitely feels worth it to me. Moving into the top 5, we have Sonic's Green Hill Zone Loop Challenge, and I think this is a really fantastic LEGO set for $100. It includes the Speed Sphere launcher, and Sonic can go around the loop and launch through a giant ring, which is such a great play feature, and I'm really excited to see how that actually works in real life, to see how well the sphere actually goes around the loop. But beyond that, everything else in the set is really great too. We get some fantastic new badniks, in particular the Neutron looks incredible. Dr. Eggman's mech is great, and I like how it takes cues from a few different Sonic games for some of the different attachments on it. And ultimately, I think that for $100, you get some really great stuff to make a really fun course to have your Sonic figure run through. You get some great badniks, some great animal buddies, including the exclusive Pecky the Penguin and Becky the Bear. You get another copy of the Dr. Eggman minifigure, which is again, love that figure, my favorite minifigure of the year. So much great stuff going on with this set. I think if you're a fan of Sonic and you have $100 to spend on LEGO, you should absolutely pick this one up. I doubt you'll regret it. Number 4 is the Botanical Garden from LEGO Friends, which is such a beautiful set that I think it gives Rivendell a run for its money. The exterior has this beautiful classic greenhouse design with a duck pond, a fountain, a waterfall, a beautiful cherry blossom tree out front, a big glass dome, and then on the inside you just get so many wonderful designs for plants. My personal favorite being the pitcher plants made from spring green saxophones, because that's just really funny. And also the butterflies up top. This is just an absolutely gorgeous LEGO set, and it's also a great value considering that it's nearly 1,100 pieces for only $80. A fantastic LEGO set, and if you don't have any LEGO Friends sets, if you get this and have this be your first, you won't be disappointed. This is an incredible LEGO set. Moving into number 3 is the Pac-Man Arcade, and I'll be honest, I look at this set, and I've got Pac-Man fever. It has 3 builds, a small arcade diorama with an exclusive minifigure and a minifig scale Pac-Man cabinet. You have a topper with Pac-Man, Blinky, and Clyde that has a play feature where you can have them, where with the push of a button, you can have them all spin around to have Pac-Man chasing the blue ghosts. But then with the actual machine, it has maybe one of the coolest play features I've ever seen on a LEGO set, where with the turn of that crank at the side, you have all of the characters will go around the maze in 3 distinct tracks, where you have Pac-Man, Blinky, and Pinky, who will all go around the middle of the maze, Inky, who will go around at a different rate in the bottom right, and Clyde, who will just go side to side in the respawn box. So, again, it's cool to have the functionality at all, but the fact that it's at 3 separate tracks moving at 3 separate rates just adds so much life to this model, and it's so impressively done. There are so many fantastic new printed pieces in the set for all of the characters, for all of the maze tiles, and even more. You have other play features like a changeable score screen and a light-up coin slot. This is a fantastic set, and in my opinion, this is the best set of 2023, and quite possibly my favorite. However, it's not the one I want the most. The 2 I want the most, as we're about to see, are 2 sets that are stuff I've just been waiting on for so long, and I'm so happy to finally see in LEGO. Just so special. Number 2 is the Sonic's Speed Sphere Challenge. this is the smallest set from the LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog theme, but in my opinion, it's also one of the best. It includes the Speed Sphere launcher, a small archway to go under, a ramp, some blocks to knock over, a moto bug, but my favorite parts of this set are the side builds. You have a DJ station, which I think is really cute, really fun, really interesting, since I believe that's calling back to that one Dreamcast commercial. Weird thing to include in a LEGO set, but there are some fun, obscure references in these sets, as we're about to see with this set and the next one, but my favorite part of this set is there in the bottom right, you see Sonic at this little beach area with a chili dog, a Flicky, Chaos Cola, and this is explicitly based on the ending screen of Sonic Adventure, where Sonic's at Emerald Coast, lounging in a beach chair, just chilling out after the adventure, and Sonic Adventure is my favorite video game of all time, so getting it and getting the ending of Sonic's story in that game represented in this LEGO set is absolutely incredible to me. I really can't say enough just how much I love that inclusion and and this set as a whole. Again, it's number 2 on this list. It's wonderful, and it was nearly number 1 on this list. But there is one set that I think I love even more, and that means even more to me as a LEGO fan and as a Sonic fan, and that is set 76991, Tails Workshop and Tornado Plane. This set is absolutely fantastic. You get great minifigures of Sonic and Tails, and even though he does come in another set this wave, I love getting Tails here, and he looks absolutely incredible with the new tail mold, the new head mold. The tornado is the perfect size, and it looks really great. You can actually stand Sonic up on the wing. Like, getting Sonic, Tails, and the tornado all in one set on its own would make number 1 on this list. But then they had to go even farther, because Tails' lab has so many amazing references to the video games in it. You have the Miles Electric from Sonic Colors, you have the fake yellow Chaos Emerald from Sonic Adventure 2, and many more references in here, but I'm not going to go over those here, because my next video is going to be, now that we finally have pictures of all 5 Sonic sets, I'm going to be doing an in-depth analysis of every Easter egg and reference in the sets to Sonic games, TV shows, the movies, everything in these sets that is a reference I'm going to point out, and I just love these LEGO Sonic sets. This is just the best of a really fantastic new theme for LEGO, and one that I hope continues for years to come, and this is my most wanted LEGO set of summer 2023. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe, and comment down below with what your favorite sets of the summer are. That said, before you go, I'd just like to remind you to please click the link below to check out my LEGO Blue's Clues Storybook House Ideas project, to see more pictures if you like the one you see here, register your support so hopefully it can become an official LEGO set, and share it so more people can see it and support it.